Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the absolute sensory masterpiece of warm, runny yolks and hot chili butter that is Çılbır. Seriously, if you've spent any time at all scrolling through food content lately, you have definitely seen this stunning Turkish eggs recipe taking over your feeds. So we're going to break down exactly why it's everywhere, the crazy history behind it, and most importantly, how you can master it right in your own kitchen.
So, you want a breakfast fit for a sultan in just 15 minutes? Let's dive right in. If you're looking to totally upgrade your morning routine with a high-protein dish that feels, frankly, incredibly luxurious, well, this is how you build your new culinary obsession. We're going to go step by step through a meal that looks super complex, but is actually stunningly approachable.
You know, it's pretty fascinating to look at the massive historical jump this recipe has made. I mean, this wasn't just some casual weekday meal back in the day. It was the absolute favorite of ancient Ottoman sultans. Fast forward to today, and this exact same masterpiece is dominating our smartphone screens, totally captivating wellness scrollers everywhere. It's honestly just so rare to see a recipe bridge centuries so effortlessly like that.
But honestly, the absolute best part? 15. That is literally the number of minutes it takes to go from zero to a royal, highly photogenic breakfast sitting right there on your table. There are no hours of prep required to create something truly spectacular here.
Okay, let's look at exactly why Çılbır is going so incredibly viral right now. It's basically a perfect storm of social media appeal and actual real dietary substance. First off, the visual contrast is just stunning. You've got these bright orange egg yolks, stark white yogurt, and this vibrant red chili butter. Second, as we just established, it is lightning fast to make. Third, the sensory experience, specifically that incredibly satisfying ASMR sizzling sound of the hot butter, is literally custom-built for short-form video. And finally, it's not just a pretty face. It's highly nutritious, packed with protein, and fits flawlessly into the massive Mediterranean diet trend.
All right, before we actually start building, let's go over your simple ingredient roadmap. This is broken down into 3 core components. For the cooling yogurt base, you're going to need a cup of thick Greek yogurt or hung curd, 1 to 2 cloves of grated or minced garlic, a pinch of salt, and a totally optional splash of lemon juice. Then for the poached eggs, just grab 2 to 4 large eggs and a tablespoon of white vinegar for your poaching water. And finally, for that signature chili butter, you'll need 3 to 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, a teaspoon of Aleppo pepper flakes, and an optional touch of smoked paprika just to really deepen that flavor profile.
So let's get into it with layer 1, the foundation.
This step could not be simpler, guys. You just mix your thick yogurt with the grated garlic, your pinch of salt, and that splash of lemon juice right in a bowl. Once that's all blended together, you're going to take a spoon and just spread it out beautifully and smoothly right onto your serving plate. It basically creates this rich, cooling bed waiting for the next layer.
Moving right along to layer 2, the protein.
Now, I know poaching eggs can seem a little intimidating, but this method is practically foolproof. First, bring a pot of water to a very gentle simmer. You definitely do not want a violent rolling boil here. And add that splash of vinegar. Next, a pro tip. Crack your eggs into small bowls first and then slide them gently into the water. Let them cook for exactly 3 to 4 minutes. That gentle simmer? It's the absolute secret to ensuring the whites are perfectly firm and set while those yolks stay beautifully runny.
Next up, layer 3, the catalyst.
This is the fiery, fragrant component that literally brings the whole dish to life. You're going to melt your unsalted butter in a small pan over medium heat until it really starts foaming up. Once it foams, stir in your Aleppo pepper flakes and that optional smoked paprika. Now, pay close attention here. You only want to let this cook for about 30 seconds. You're just waiting for it to become fragrant and turn this rich, vibrant red color, and then you have to immediately pull it off the heat. You definitely don't want those beautiful spices to burn.
And finally, the sizzle.
Everything is ready, so let's put it all together. Using a slotted spoon, you'll carefully lift your poached eggs from the water and nestle them right on top of your garlic yogurt. And here comes that ultimate viral moment. You pour that sizzling hot chili butter directly over the eggs. I mean, just imagine that insanely satisfying sound as that dangerously hot butter hits the cold yogurt. It is amazing. Just finish the whole thing off with a sprinkle of fresh dill or mint to add a nice little pop of green and some herbaceous flavor.
The most crucial point here is that this masterpiece absolutely must be enjoyed immediately. You want to get the full effect of the warm eggs, the hot butter, and the cool yogurt all at once. Which really just leaves you with one final, incredibly important decision to make as you stare down your beautiful plate. What kind of crusty bread are you dipping in first?